Welcome back, dudes. In this episode, we're just going to make sure that I am changing the radiator, and that is actually the problem. What I'm going to be doing in this episode is checking the head gasket for leaks. I'm going to be using this thing, which is a combustion leak detector. I rented this from O'Reilly's. And then you do need to buy your own fluid. This stuff, it changes from blue to yellow if you have a combustion leak. That means that combustion gases are getting from inside the cylinders into the coolant system. That can also cause a car to overheat. So this will tell me if it's the radiator's lack of cooling or if I'm getting hot combustion gases inside the cooling system. This car is showing no signs of head gasket issues, but it is overheating. So I'm just going to see if this turns yellow. If it turns yellow, that means I need a new head gasket, which sucks. That steady stream of bubbles is what got me nervous to test this in the first place, because that steady stream of bubbles could be a sign of a failed head gasket. If this stays blue, that's just bubbles from inside the cooling system that I haven't bled out yet. Alright, moment of truth. Both radiator hoses are hot, so this thing is up to temperature. We're just going to hold this down and squeeze this bulb and let it pull some gases through the coolant system. Alright guys, well that's good news. This fluid is still very, very blue, so that means my head gasket's all good. The little stream of bubbles we saw was just some air still in the system. So the next step is probably the radiator. Alright dudes, so here's the issue. I think my radiator cap might be bad. Check this out. This is the original radiator cap, for sure. That looks original as hell. What's that? Oh, there's a big guy. Now, I have never seen this thing leaking, but if the cooling system is not generating pressure, it could just be boiling off, like dumping out the bottom of the car. I don't know, it doesn't really seem low, but this might be it. So I was on eBay cruising around and I found a new old stock radiator cap, but here's the issue. Hey, that looks pretty close, right? Yeah, here's the problem. See the issue? Yeah, it's like 2/3 size. I'm not really sure why. Anyway, I bought a regular one. So I picked this one up from O'Reilly. Let's see. Yeah, that looks right. So we're gonna add some coolant, throw this guy in here, and go for a drive tomorrow. How original is this car? Yeah, I'm gonna transfer the decal that's on the radiator cap. Alright, been driving for like 5 minutes. Still no signs of overheating, so I don't know, maybe the radiator cap was it. I've got to run an errand here, and if it's overheating by the time I get there, then I probably got to change the radiator. If not, it's just this radiator cap, so rad. Let's find out. Driving awesome, it's not overheating. I think it's good. And this car is good. I mean, this car was Honda's response to the Volkswagen GTI. It was their first hot hatch. I mean, the CRX technically came a year before this car, but that car was a lot less usable. This has a back seat, it has a whole hatch area, and it's really fun to drive. It's weird to me that a car like this is still made today. Like, they still make Civic Si's. It's the same recipe, right? Like, take a small car, put in a nice engine, decent suspension, and it's a pretty good time. But we've seen this huge price increase in all these other Japanese classics. This first Civic Si. Still cheap. I don't know why. In any event, this thing's driving. Seems like it's fixed. So until next time, thanks for watching, dudes. Cheers.